I look thoroughly abused. It's been a long day. As you guys saw on the thumbnail, the peach is completely gutted, and I've already started on the rebuild today. I completely gutted it in one day, almost. There was like, from basically the back driver's seat to the back of the bus, I completely gutted in one day. And so today I redid the subfloor and a couple other things that I'm not going to disclose. You'll have to wait and see what I did in the front of the bus. I changed it up a little bit. And so there was when you open the doghouse, there was just like a bundle of, let me make sure the volume's turned up. Okay, the volume was turned down, so hopefully you can hear me now. There was like a bundle of wires that I always assumed were for the radio, and I didn't want to remove anything because I was afraid about messing something up. So today, while Isaac was busy doing something else and he couldn't work on Minion, JD helped with the electrical. So he fixed all of that. He took that whole bundle out and cleaned it up and connected some other things, and we even put a double USB plug in the dash right underneath the phone holder. Apologies for the sound. I'm on our usual setup, so I don't know. Maybe I turned my volume up, so maybe try and turn your volume up and see if that works. But yeah, so he did all that in the front, and then I finished gutting it. I took out all of the stuff in the front, like the carpet and stuff, and I want to make it look a little cleaner, a little more professional. The carpet gave it a lot of character, but I want it to be more, I don't know, cleaner, I guess is the word. But Dawn said I have the same bundle of wires I've been working around since December. Yeah, and we were also thinking that because some of the wires were live, and then JD took it for a lap around the shop, and some of the wires were like sparking. So we were thinking that probably not the safest thing to have there. So he cleaned it up, and I'm super grateful to him for that. Looks way better. Definitely nothing's touching the engine, no live wires anymore. He either eliminated anything or capped it off that didn't need to be there. I think he just eliminated anything that wasn't important, because all of that stuff wasn't connecting to anything anyways. But I have a feeling that the renovation is it's gonna be really cool. I don't think I've ever seen, well, I don't want to necessarily say too much, but with redoing the subfloor, we gained about 2 inches of height in here, which is a big deal. So when I first did the subfloor, I did not know what I was doing, and redoing it this way I think is more sturdy. You get some height back, and I feel like before, because of how I did it, it was kind of a little wonky. So now it's going to be a little more solid, which I'm excited about. Kimberly Tilly said, whoever buys the peach is going to have a fabulous home. Yeah, I mean, I'm loving the changes that are being made. I'm redoing the back door. I'm redoing all the cedar. Not redoing all the cedar. I'm adding more cedar. I think I'm going to cedar this wall as well, because the reason I didn't is because this is just white plywood that was behind all of the kitchen, so you didn't see it aside from this part, which was the bathroom area. Also, that do-it-yourself composting toilet I was not a fan of. I would, maybe it was just a builder's mistake, but I wouldn't do it like that. I would just, really and truly, it'd be worth it just to buy like a porta potty, or like, you know, the cheap toilets to put in here, which is probably what I'll put in here before I sell it. But yeah, my back is killing me. I'm so exhausted, but I am happy that we are moving along. And Dawn said, I'd love to have those extra 2 inches. Yeah, it makes a big difference. Jean said, you're not going to want to sell it after you're done. I had a feeling that I might fall in love with the peach and want to keep it, but we have some, you know, things going on personally, and I have some pretty big dreams and goals that I want to accomplish, but in order to do that, I have to sell the peach, which you guys will find out more about that later on, but I'm looking forward to selling the peach so that someone else can enjoy it. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Hi. The reason they're not in here is because I did some spraying of some things, and so it kind of smells like chemicals, and I don't want Ember to be smelling that. So like I have the doors and windows open so we can get some airflow in here. Jody said, Jelena, how do you find time to run? You're amazing. I try and get my runs in the morning when Isaac can watch Ember before Debbie gets here. It's been hard with building and us being on a time crunch and having to get it done like right now. But in the mornings, and I always say that, you know, people always say they don't have time for fitness and they don't have time to work out, but the thing is we all have the same 24 hours in a day. It's what your priorities are. So if you make your health and fitness a priority, then you will find the time to commit to that. Charles said, it may be a bittersweet day when it comes to let it go. It will be. I mean, I feel like I've been through so much with this bus. I mean, it brought me here, and I think that we have run our course together, and I'm looking forward to seeing where she goes. And I hope that someone with social media buys her so I can keep up, but it doesn't matter really and truly. Samantha said, I'm still trying to get myself to the gym tonight. Yeah, but you've been doing great. I'm sorry that some of you guys can't hear. This is the same phone that we normally use to go live on, so. Charles said, people who say they don't have time either don't want to make the time or are lazy, right, Samantha? Samantha will be the first to admit if she's being lazy. Melissa Meltzon said, the peach got you to where you were meant to be. I agree. Jody said, I walk the dog. I never leave my house, but I'm trying. I am someone who never liked to run outside because I didn't necessarily feel safe. And it's always been something for me that if I run outside, I just have to do it. And then after some time, you just kind of get used to it and you're not scared anymore. Like, you don't feel unsafe anymore. That's just how I am, though. Leslie Hughes said, Samantha has got great plans in place. Watch this space. Diane said, I hear you just fine. You're doing wonderful. Coy Lake said, I remember when you bought the bus. Can't wait to see your future journeys. We have some wild stuff in the future that's coming up, which some of you know because of Isaac's last video where we talked about selling the land and what's going on with the shop. And live chat nugget, the landlord to the shop came by today and basically told us that there's 2 buyers coming to look at the shop tomorrow, and we have about 60 to 90 days realistically to get out of here. So I am hoping to be done. What's today? Today is the 22nd. So we have a week and 2 days left of May. And tomorrow is JD's last build day, which means I will have to jump back on Minion until it's done, and then we can finish the peach, which is stressful because the sooner I can get the peach done, the sooner, and the same thing with Minion, the sooner we can get them done, the sooner we can get them sold, and then we can work on getting our stuff out of here. We have a lot of stuff here just that we've stored. We have friends who have stored stuff here, and it's like we have to just start getting rid of everything. I have old baby stuff here that Ember doesn't use anymore, that she's grown out of. We have tons of like diapers and just toys and things like that. So it's definitely a little stressful right now. Lynn said Ember is so adorable. Thank you. Leslie, he said, oh my gosh, buy your hold off. I mean, this is not like the best building, and I feel like it's very overpriced, but it is a big plot of land. I think this is 2 acres that we're on, and the building is huge, but I think if you buy this building, it might have to be a tear down. I don't know if you can legally do anything in it because of the structure. It's not like structurally sound. Not on the part that we're on, but the big part where we built the big bus is not structurally sound. That's why we could only rent it on a month-to-month basis. They couldn't lease it to us long-term because of that. Yeah. Ruth said, Jaylena, you're such a strong woman. I admire you as a mom, partner, and builder. You rock. Thank you. It's been a journey. I definitely feel like, especially gutting the peach and looking at what I would consider mistakes that I made or things that I would do differently now, I've learned so much. When I first started building this bus, I had no idea what I was doing. And I was trying to be creative, and I had all these ideas, like the rug in the front, which was fine. I was fine with it, but I think that if I were looking at a rig to buy, that wouldn't have flew with me, because the rug was not like fully where I wanted it to be, and it was just too hard to maneuver it and figure out how to attach it in like certain places, like the step on the driver's side door. So we took it out, and I'm really digging the upgrade to the front of the bus, which I think is really cool too, that we were able to put that USB plug in there and clean up all those wires and stuff. Diane said you might have to rent a storage unit. Yeah, that's one of the options that we are considering, since we don't know necessarily what we're going to do. Melissa Malzahn said everything is happening as it should. Get Minion and Peach up for sale. I'd get a storage unit for now, put everything in it, come back later, and go through it. Kathy said time for a big yard sale. We are preparing to have the biggest garage sale, and we're going to have it right here at the shop. So there's a little space next to us down a little bit, like, because I guess we're kind of on a hill, and they just had some type of like garage sale type thing, and there was tons of people that showed up. And I mean, we have some pretty cool gently used stuff that other people can benefit from. We're not trying to make $1 million off the garage sale. I think I'm just gonna do, you know, a $5 box, a $1 box, whatever, make an offer type thing, to where it's like we need to get rid of it. We need to move these things. So Dickie Elite Training said, I'm very impressed with your running. Please keep it up. You're definitely looking great. Running will give you more energy to finish the build and keep your stress down. I used to run every single day. When I was going through my divorce and I was living with my friend Bridget, I started running every single day, and I lost like 30 pounds in 3 months. And I used to run before that also, but there was a time where I stopped doing all of the things that I loved in my life, and running was one of them. And so to get back to running felt amazing. Before I came to Oregon, I was working out 5 days a week with my mom. Um, I was lifting weights and running, and I was probably in the best shape of my life when I came here. And I was probably the worst shape of my life after I had Ember, but I mean, I had a baby. My body went through a lot. So getting back into running has been great. I also have been lifting weights. I'm doing a core challenge right now, and it's definitely really hard with the stress of everything going on and trying to get this build done, but it does feel great. I've always been into fitness. I used to study personal training and nutrition. I wanted to be a personal trainer when I was younger. That was something that just didn't pan out for me, but I've always had a love for fitness. So yeah, it's definitely a de-stressor for sure. I love running, and I'm loving getting back into it. Charles said the only ones I can see buying that building is a government entity or a very large commercial trucking like business. I don't know. Because of the town that we're in, and my mountain biking is so popular, I could see someone doing what the people next door try to do, which is buy the building, fix it up nice, and like let people camp here, or like build some tiny, like take this down, build some tiny structures, like a tiny community, and like Airbnb it, like stuff like that. That would be very popular here. Don said I just moved from my 21-acre farm into my bus, and it took me forever. Yeah, it can, especially if like you work a full-time job and you're building, or even a part-time job and you're building, it can take a while. Linda said, I've been watching you run, but I can't run with my broken bones. Still healing, but you've been doing great. I can hear you fine. Well, I hope that you have an easy and fast healing. Dickie Elite Training said the bus looks great. Thank you. Kimberly Telly said beauty is radiating from all this running. There's nothing like feeling like knowing you're getting healthier. Yes, absolutely. Also, doing this type of work for 8 hours straight every single day is also really tough on your body. Like I have been so sore just from this, because like you're using your muscles. You are using every muscle in your body to do the things that is required to do, and I'm, doing it all on my own, which is fine. I love that I can. And yeah, it's not an easy task. So this is a workout in itself. Anytime I'm out here working, my Apple Watch will count it as like workout time. So like technically just from building today, I've worked out according to my Apple Watch for 35 minutes. Which I think it only counts, like your heart rate has to get so high in order for it to be like, okay, that's a minute. So I feel like that's a lot. Don said, I wish I was closer to you guys so I could get your ideas and help on my bus. It's hard doing things alone, even though I'm an experienced builder. It is hard to do things alone. I definitely feel you there. Samantha said, I hope I'm there for the sale. Me too. That's so exciting. Charles said, make sure you get a storage unit that has electricity so you can put up security cameras inside of it. I don't know if that's something we would do. I feel like anything we would put in storage is not necessarily stuff that people steal stuff for. I don't know why. So, yeah. Melissa Meltson said, that's good selling stuff. I need to have a garage sale too, but it gets too overwhelming for me to go through things and then to price and set it up. I feel you. That's why I'm just like, I'm just going to sell it all cheap so we could just get rid of it. Kimberly Telly said, thank you for sharing your running and inspiring us. I figure if I'm doing it, maybe it'll inspire someone, or someone out there can do it with me, and it'll be a fun thing that we can do together, and also keep myself accountable. Mashti said, Yard sale for sure. Don't throw anything away. Please get some money for your gently used things. Also, do you still eat the stuffed mushrooms that you used to eat back in the day? I don't think there's anything we are necessarily gonna give away unless it's like not worth anything. But yeah, we are going to sell some stuff just super cheap, get a little bit of money in our pocket, but like make sure that we get rid of everything that we need to get rid of. As far as the mushrooms, they don't sell them anymore. So I used to get those from Walmart, and I actually check for them all the time. And maybe it's just here that they don't sell them, that it's a southern thing, but I haven't had them in a long time, and it makes me sad because those were so good. I know exactly what you're talking about. Leslie Hughes said, I used to get told that I was stupid when I would get up at 5 a.m. every morning and walk, then walk to work. The effect that some people have in your lives have on you is terrible and hangs around for too long. Yeah, I think that when things and people no longer serve you, or they are changing you in a negative way, it's time to say goodbye. And I know that that's hard for some people, especially when you love those people. It's not worth it for your mental health. You have to always put yourself first. And that's something I learned the hard way. Jody said, just got the tomato plants in and rosebush. Nice. Charles said, that's one of the most expensive properties in town, and it's landlocked by the railroad. What does landlocked mean? Like you can't make it bigger? Patricia Marshall said, did you get your Mother's Day gift? It's the hip carrier. I did. I didn't know it was a Mother's Day gift. I had it on Ember's wish list, so I was going to save it for her birthday. But if it's a Mother's Day gift, I would love to go ahead and use it. But thank you so much. I was so excited about that. I did get it. Darlene said, I wish I'd lived closer, I'd babysit. Paul said, I just answered that. Linda said, I just got your notification you're on. YouTube needs to do better. Yeah, most of the time when I'm waiting for someone's live chat and I'm like not thinking about it, I won't get the notification until after the live chat's over, which sucks. Dickie Elite Training said, I also love your music selection while you run, so keep the tunes coming too. So the music I put on my reels and my shorts and stuff, that's not what I listen to when I run. That's just what those platforms are pushing at the moment, or something that I feel like kind of works with what I'm doing. I listen to like either hardcore, not hardcore. I listen to like pop punk or like rock when I work out, just because it's a faster pace and I run faster. And I usually run to the beat of the music. And when I run, sometimes I'll try and run without stopping, and I run longer stretches but at a slower pace. But my favorite way to run is in intervals. So I will run for an entire song, and I usually run as fast as the song plays, like to the beat of it, and then I'll walk for the next song, and I'll run for the next song, walk for the next song, and I'll just do that the whole time. And they say to build up your stamina and your distance and stuff, you want to mix up your running a little bit so it's not all the same, because you're gonna become better and you're gonna grow if you switch it up. Philip said, I think Williams, Arizona would be a nice place to move, only 300 miles from Las Vegas. I don't know if I'd want to live in Arizona just because it does get so hot sometimes, which I like the heat, but I definitely want to travel and move around a bit. Paul Honeyman said, James Bernard wants to know if you're selling your desk for the bus. I don't know what we're going to do with that slab, but I'm not selling it to anyone who's not willing to come pick it up, because it's not worth shipping. It costs more to ship it than it's worth. Guitar Missy said, recipe for those mushrooms, please. Those mushrooms were pre-made mushrooms that they sell in the what am I thinking of? Why did my brain just go blank? Like the produce section at Walmart. That's where they sell those vegetables, and they're just pre-stuffed with like cheese and garlic, sometimes like chives and stuff like that. Super easy, like if you wanted to make them yourself. Diane said, is baby Ember walking yet? Not quite yet. She's not walking. On average, babies don't walk until around 18 months. We were thinking she was going to walk by her first birthday, but at this point, I don't think that she's going to walk by her birthday, but she definitely gets around. Hot Soaker said, my grandson is 1.5 years, and I don't get anything done when I have him in the evenings. Yeah, it's hard to get things done with the baby. Koi Lake said, landlocked means no road access. Yeah, but you have like the whole main highway in front of you. Dicky Elite Training said, are you guys staying in Oregon or moving altogether? I think we'll stay in Oregon for at least a little while. I definitely still want to do some traveling. Maybe after we're done traveling, if we find somewhere outside of Oregon that we just fall completely in love with, we'd consider moving there. But as of right now, we're just planning on staying in Oregon. Melissa Maltzon said, old school rock always gets me motivated. There's like certain bands that I like to listen to. They're not old school rock, but they're, I don't even know what I guess you'd say it was pop punk or like emo. I don't know. That I really like to listen to, like certain albums and stuff. And I decided I was going to create a playlist, and I would like link it on my Instagram, Motherhood is Wild, for anyone who was interested in what I listen to when I work out. Guitar Missy did a $20 super chat. Thanks for being you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Jody said, oh, that's a good idea to exercise to a full song. Yeah, until the song is like 4 minutes, and then like it's a lot. No, but it's fun. That's how my favorite way to work out, because it gives you a break but pushes you harder in the moment versus like when I do like running without stopping, because I run at a slower pace. R&R said, are you doing yoga? I don't do yoga. I do some yoga stretches when I stretch, but I don't actually do any type of yoga. Nothing against it. I would love to. I just don't have the patience or the time. I feel like doing yoga would be something I'd want to really focus on mentally and stuff, and I don't have the time to do that. At least not right now. Under One Sun said, Oregonians? Did I say that right? Like their wild Oregon mushrooms. I think there's a law saying no out-of-state mushrooms. Laugh out loud, just kidding. Melissa Meltzon said portobello mushrooms. Yeah, I used to buy these like miniature portobello stuffed mushrooms, but they were pre-made stuffed mushrooms. I never made those on myself. I could, but they just, they're already pre-made. You just throw them in there. It's great. Can you hear Ember and Isaac yelling at each other? Cozy Living Machine said, Isaac popping up behind you. What's the story behind that necklace? This necklace? I bought this necklace for myself, just as a gift to me. But it has two little things on it. One has a heart and the other one has an E, and it's for Ember. That's the story behind that necklace. But I don't know. I just wanted something to remind me of her. Mary said, Jaylina, you can find those stuffed mushrooms in the produce department pre-made at Safeway. I think they have Safeways up here, but I don't ever see them. Just Lori said, I remember doing the mushrooms on the fire in Oklahoma. Yeah, I used to make those mushrooms all the time. Hot Soaker said Lump is a great song for an exercise playlist. Who sings that? I've never heard of it. Jody said over 35 your hormones change and your body is going to change. Just roll with it, and ladies, take care of yourselves now. Well, I got a little bit of time, but I think that the thing is when you get into fitness and you stay consistent, like, your body is going to change with how you take care of it. But you have to take care of it not just with exercise but with your diet too. I think that's my biggest struggle is figuring out my nutrition. I feel like I always go over all my calories because of little things like the creamer in my coffee. If I have 2 cups of coffee a day instead of 1, like, that's a lot of extra calories, and you're not even thinking about that. So if you're trying to be in a calorie deficit and you're not tracking everything, it's really easy to go over on your calories. But if it doesn't matter what age you are, if you are tracking your calories, if you're in a calorie deficit for the right amount of time, and then also lifting weights, and, like, if you're doing the whole shebang, like, your body will change in a good way. It'll change and in a good way is what I'm trying to say. It's a lot of work, and if it was easy, everyone would do it. It's not easy. I have days where I don't feel like doing anything. I have days where I work all day like this and I'm exhausted, and I don't want to have to go do my workouts because I decided not to do them in the morning for whatever reason. So it's definitely very hard, but it's doable. If you want it bad enough and it's something that's important to you, you will make it happen and you'll prioritize that. I don't know how much I would sell that slab for. Honestly, it was Isaac's anyways, so I don't know. And you'd have to come to Oregon to come pick it up if you wanted to buy it. Sandy said, I just started about 3 months ago doing a park run. For me, a park walk, 5Ks every Saturday. I have some great encouragers. I've jogged and walked for the last 2 times, but now my knee's blown. Oh, not bad for 62. Yeah, you gotta be careful with your knees, and that's the thing with running, is it's really hard on your joints. So you just gotta make sure that you warm up really good and you stretch and you do your cool downs, because it's so easy to injure your knees, or it's so easy to injure yourself in general without doing proper warm-ups and and cool downs and, like, stretching. I hate stretching. I'm not the type of person that'll work out and then stretch, but I've been very vigilant in making myself stretch because I don't want to injure myself, especially I'm getting older. I just don't want to. Burke said, are you going to do a video or a live for your baby girl's first birthday? I think I'm going to do a live chat, and I think I decided where we're going to do the live chat just so that we'll be able to have service and do the chat. Oops. So I'm going to, since we have mentioned it, I'm going to go ahead and drop the link to Ember's birthday wish list if anyone wants to contribute to her birthday. I'm going to be wrapping all of the gifts and she can open them, and then I'm saving all of the, like, who it's from and stuff, and we'll say all that on the live chat. All right. There's that. Okay, where was I? Sandy said, plus back fused in 2 places and neck repaired from a car crash. Not my fault. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope you feel better. Mary said, I'll have to pick some up and drop them by to you to the bus compound. The bus compound. That's funny. Haley V said, now I want some stuffed mushrooms. I know, it sounds good, right? Joyce Butler said, have you thought about donating Ember's clothes and toys to a church or daycare? Something to think about. I have thought about doing that, yes. Melissa Meltzon said, eating is a lifestyle, same as exercise. Yeah, and also it's hard to, like, Isaac's the type of person who is like, I want to eat whatever you're eating, but I also don't want to eat certain things. So it's like, I am not a big, so I've been, I feel like I've been kind of reacting to red meat in a way that I'm not happy with, so I'm trying not to eat a lot of red meat, but Isaac's like really into red meat. And also it's not that great for you. Like, to have it every now and then is fine, but I just haven't really been eating a lot of meat in general lately. And so it's like, if I don't want to eat meat, or if I don't want to eat a certain thing and he does, it's hard because he's like, oh, we have to eat the same thing all the time. If you're eating it, I want to eat it. We got to eat dinner together. And like, it's hard when you're trying to eat a certain way. You're trying to be healthy, and you have, you know, a partner who also wants to eat with you and share those experiences, but they don't want to eat what you're eating. So the Cozy Living Machine said, nutrition is a real issue we have. I'm more like Isaac, sneaking DQ blizzards. Emma tries to eat more salads. If it were easy, everyone would do it. Yeah. Charles said 0 calorie creamer from Coffee Mate. The thing you got to be careful with 0 calorie stuff, which I don't know about the Coffee Mate 0 calorie stuff, but like certain alternative sweeteners I don't consume. There's only certain ones that I will consume. And so yeah, sometimes the 0 calorie isn't necessarily as healthy. It's just less calories. Samantha said, if it was easy, I would not be procrastinating so hard. I hear you. Guitar Missy said, I put canned mushrooms on my pizza. They work. I didn't know they made canned mushrooms. Dickie Elite Training said, you're right, as a trainer, your diet is the key to stay healthy with your running. Eating healthy is very important to lose weight or to keep energy and stay away from injury, so you're doing awesome. Yeah, it's not easy, like I said, but if it's something that you really want, you're going to prioritize it and you're going to make sure it happens. Peace Out Lisa said, plus the sugar can put the weight on as well as high carbs. Everybody's different though. The percentage is 90% food and 20% exercise. 80%, wait, it's 80% food, 20% exercise. Melissa Meltzon said, I worked very hard when I was younger, cut trees down with my late husband, and took care of 25 acres in Michigan, but hereditary gets you too. Yeah, that's true also, genetics. Leslie Hughes said, I tried my best to tell a certain man in my life exactly what you said about health many years ago. He showed no interest at all, and so I did what I could fit in for me as a busy mom of 3 boys. Yeah, and I definitely think that having someone that supports you in your I don't want to say weight loss, but someone who supports you in your wanting to have a healthy and active lifestyle is very rare and I think very important. So I feel you, because I've definitely had people in my life before that didn't support it and made me feel terrible for even doing it. Just Lori said, Jaylena, I have 3 items I want to get Ember, but I need an address for Amazon. If you go on the Amazon wish list, I think if you get something off the wish list, you can also send other stuff from Amazon as well. It'll send it to that address. I'm not allowed to actually give out that address though, but it is on, you can get it that way through Amazon. Dickie Elite Training said, we'll definitely get her something. Happy early birthday, Amber. Oh, thank you. Leslie Hughes said, my job nursing took a toll on my back and just got worse with each day, with each big baby that I carried. Yeah, my mom and my sister always talk about the toll it takes on your body. Jody Jackson said, I think a lot of mothers and housewives never took time for us. Life's demands, guilt. Yeah, I think that's something that I'm trying to really focus on, is putting myself first, because I can't be the best mom to Ember that I could want to be if I'm not being the best to me, if that makes sense. And then I can't be a good partner to Isaac either if I'm not taking care of myself. So you kind of have to make that effort to And I know it's hard, especially with mom guilt and so many other things in society and people telling you what you need to do and what you don't need to do, and this makes you a good mom, this makes you a bad mom, blah blah blah. Like, I think that prioritizing yourself will make you, you know, the best mom that you can be. Isaac, I love steak. Oh my goodness. Where did I go? Guitar Missy did a $10 super chat. Here's for my Gemini twin Ember baby. Oh, or baby Ember, sorry. Thank you. Jody said, now taking care of yourself is encouraged because the benefits are amazing. Yes. Patricia Marshall said, I remember meat affected you badly when you did the carnivore diet. Yeah, I don't know what it was about the carnivore diet, but like I had a real bad reaction and like my nose would bleed all the time. And I felt just like lethargic and stuff all the time. Everyone's bodies are different and you gotta like listen to your body. Isbat Williams said, hello, Jaylene, I ordered Ember a birthday gift yesterday. It'll be there this coming Saturday. Oh, her birthday is coming up in like less than 2 weeks. I just realized. A week and 3 days. That's wild. Ooh. Diane said, have you tried the fasting? I'm fasting and I've lost 22 pounds in 2 months. I used to like doing intermittent fasting and prolonged fasting as well. The longest fast I've ever done was 5 days, but I've done it twice. And I will say, the first time I ever did it, I was curious about the benefits and stuff, so I tried it. And honestly, I literally have had scars on my body since I got them. And when I did that first 5-day fast, those scars faded completely. Couldn't even see them, which is wild. And then the second time I did it with my mom, and it was a very emotional, a very positive and amazing experience. I know that not everyone agrees with prolonged fasting, but there are a ton of health benefits that come with it. But for me, it was at that point in my life something that I did for gratitude and inner healing, and it was a very amazing experience. And I thought about doing another prolonged fast at some point in the near future for personal reasons, which I don't want to go into right now, but maybe in the future I might talk about it if I decide to do it. But yeah, fasting has tons of benefits, even just intermittent fasting. It's really good for you. Just do your research and listen to your body. Miss Connie L said, is this becoming a fitness channel? It's not becoming a fitness channel. This will always be just my life, wherever that may take me. I have always been into fitness, and I've just been running for my own health. And so it's something that I thought I'd share with you guys because it's a part of what's going on in my life. But it's definitely not going to be a fitness channel. Diane said, just went to the wish list. When I went to check out, it said the items couldn't be shipped to the address. I picked the one that said Jaylene's gift registry address. That's so weird. I wonder why. Some sellers, they'll do that, unfortunately. I don't think there's anything that I can do if they won't deliver to that address. Kimberly Telly said, tell Isaac he can throw a steak on the grill, but it stays in the intestines for 3 days, so no wonder it feels bad to eat red meat. Jackfruit added into a good vegan recipe tastes just like beef. Honestly, I'm not vegetarian, I'm not vegan. Sometimes I go days without eating meat, but I really like the Morningstar ground beef. I wouldn't say it tastes like regular ground beef. It has a taste, but it tastes good. Also, the Beyond Meat. I've heard different things about Beyond Meat, that there might be like stuff in it that's not necessarily good for you, but it tastes just like a cheeseburger. Like, I was surprised. It was actually really good. They're pre-made patties. Under One Sun said you have to fill your cup first. I agree. I just saw Mindy pop up. I'm not far that down in the chat though, but hi Mindy. Paul Honeyman said, "Did you hear that, Isaac? You got to get in shape for your girls." He's got to be able to chase around that baby because pretty soon she's going to be gone. And I mean like gone, running around. Paul said, "My body's always screaming at me. It's why I'm going deaf." Laugh out loud. Guitar Missy said, "We love Ember so much. I smile big when my eyes first land on her. She's so awesomely wild." She is my little wild child. We love her too. Geraldine Wade, I hope I said that right, said, "Have you tried protein drinks a couple of times a day and one regular meal?" I am not a fan of protein shakes. I do take them sometimes. I have like a ton of protein shakes, but we started doing the Cachava, which is 25 grams of protein, and it's only like, what is it? I think it's like 250 calories, and it's a meal replacement. Love Cachava. I definitely, sometimes I'll just have Cachava for lunch instead of lunch, because it is a meal replacement, and it has a whole bunch of benefits and a whole bunch of like things that are good for you in it. You could do your research on Cachava, but I love it. Linda Miller said, "Yay, caught you live." Charles said, "I heard ice cream was a Filipino wonder drug." For Isaac, yeah. Deborah said, "I'm so happy the peach was fixed by knowledgeable people. Oh, I was 18 and then became a mommy to 3, didn't take into account to care, and 45 years later, yikes." I mean, having kids, I think, definitely takes a toll on you as well, so. Dickie Elite Training said, "The more you take care of yourself, the better mom you'll be for Ember. Great attitude to have, and you have the better partner you will be for your partner." Yes, I agree. Mindy said, "I eat ice cream as a lunch appetizer." Deborah said, "You've run before and it's part of your life." Yes, I used to run all the time. I love running. Charles said, "I heard ice cream quiets both crying babies and crying men, so it must be a wonder drug." It does do both of those things. Isaac said, "Nah, bro, it doesn't taste like meat." First of all, when I made Beyond Burgers for Isaac and I, he didn't even know that it was not real meat at first. And then when I said it was real meat, then he copped an attitude after that. Because it tastes just like a cheeseburger. I like a lot of the vegetarian and vegan foods that they have available, like at your grocery stores. So I eat for taste and nutrition. I don't necessarily, I'm not like, oh, it has to be real meat, or Isaac, Isaac's like that. Linda said, "Have you tried Rise? It's a mushroom coffee." I don't know if I could ever switch up my coffee. I tried to quit coffee for like a day, and after like a day, I was dying, and I gave up. I gave up trying to give up coffee. But I also talked to my doctor, and she said that 1 cup of coffee a day is actually really good for you. But if you overdo it, that can have bad side effects. But 1 cup of coffee has good side effects, so just don't overdo it. Everything in moderation, right? Leslie who said, "Mindy, one day at a time. Hope you're doing great out there." I can't wait for Mindy to come back. We miss her. Melissa Matson said, "Lettuce wraps are yummy. I can even do a cheeseburger." Yeah, if I was going to do a non-bun cheeseburger, I would just eat it with a fork. Charles said, "Sawdust is a common filler in a lot of organic food and fox meat. It's listed as cellulose or plant fiber." Well, you know what? Eat some trees. Hashtag eating trees. We can eat grass. Why can't we eat trees? Jody said, "What's kombucha?" So kombucha is like a fragmented drink. I like kombucha, but only certain ones. I was saying Cachava, which is a meal replacement it's like a healthy meal replacement. Samantha said hashtag treat eater. I love it. Isaac said, Samantha, I love meat. Sorry, PS swag. Leslie Hughes said, I buy vegan patties with beetroot being a main ingredient. Love them. I don't think I've ever seen that. I've only had like the Beyond Meat ones, and then the Morningstar. I like Boca burgers. Boca does a real good black bean burger. Morningstar's black bean burger is also good too. Ninth Element said, how many sleeps until Ember's birthday? So excited. Put a 29 in the chat. Her birthday is in 1 week and 3 days. So what's that, 10 days? 9 sleeps, if you will. Thomas said, hello all. Still have a crush on Ninth Element from the time she showed her skills for holiday get-togethers. Love it. Under One Sun said, hi Samantha, enjoyed your recent video. Me too, I just watched that yesterday. Samantha said, I'm bringing Beyond sausages to Descend, so get ready for a vegan barbecue. I really like the spicy Italian Beyond sausages, if I'm being honest. But the regular ones, no thank you. Disgusting, in my opinion. But the Italian sausage ones are really good. I could eat those all day long. And the first time I ever had one was with Samantha when we were in Florida. They were really good. Had she got the regular ones and I tried it for the first time then though, I would have been like, yeah, I can't eat this. They're so bad that I just took a bite of, I probably took a few bites of one and then I threw the rest away. Leslie Hughes said, we have labeling with everything here. Nowhere do you see sawdust, etc. I never know if Charles is being serious or not, so he could be being serious, he could not be being serious, I don't know. Green Acres Bloom said, what is my coffee cup? Holds 1 pot. I think technically, you do you. If you want to, honestly, my coffee cup, I max out. So we have a Keurig and I max out, which is 12 ounces. I max out the Keurig and I put it in a bigger coffee cup so I can add creamer because our coffee cup's like, that's the whole cup. And if I'm being honest, I have more than 1 cup a day. Sometimes I have 2. But that's just sometimes, not all the time. Shay All In Podcast said, water with lemon, honey, and TBL spoon of apples. Oh, and a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar works wonders in a diet. I have a ton of apple cider vinegar. I used to do a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar in one of my water bottles a day. And then I used to do a lot of water with lemon. I still do sometimes, but not as much as I used to. And I also started Athletic Greens. I don't know how I feel about the Athletic Greens. Linda Miller said, Rise has organic coffee along with 6 different mushrooms, gives you energy. I just love my coffee so much. I don't know. Maybe it's something I'll try in the future if I get a itch to stop drinking coffee. Leslie Hughes said, I miss pushing a lawnmower around and having a large veggie garden and my fruit trees. I miss having a garden sometimes too, which is something I'll get back to at some point. But for now, I have some big plans. Kimberly Tully said, my daughter is a strict vegan and she's flying from Los Angeles this weekend, so I have to be ready for her. I will eat meat occasionally, but I do feel better when I don't. Yeah, I think too much meat, especially red meat, it's probably not that great for you. Dickie Elite Training said, say hi to Isaac for me. I'm dating a Filipino gorgeous lady. Love the culture and other reasons I tune in. Dickinson from Minnesota. I will definitely let Isaac know that you said hi and that you are also dating a Filipino. Charles said, there's a whole joke there involving eating wood, but I'll just leave it at that. So he was kidding. But like I said, I never know when he's kidding and when he's not kidding. Sometimes you just gotta Google it. Under One Sun said, I love black bean burgers. I do too. Paul Honeyman said it's great that we can have these talks as a crowd and no one is screaming at their choices that their choices are the best choices. I honestly, like I said, everyone's bodies are different and everyone's beliefs are different for different reasons. And, you know, like Samantha is one of my best friends and she's vegan and, you know, okay. And I am more than happy to accommodate to her and her diet when she's around. Her I don't want to say, not diet, but you know what I mean. And it's like, you know, let everyone make their own choices and live their lives. Like, what is someone eating meat or not eating meat going to hurt you in the long run, you know? Honestly, I probably would eat a lot less meat in general if it weren't for Isaac. Melissa Whitehead said, if you sell Peach, how much would you want for her? I'm probably going to list her for $35, but I'm doing a lot of upgrades in her this time. Like, there's going to be a whole water tank, a full electrical system, a lot of work done on the engine, and there's just a few upgrades that I think change the game in this bus. We'll see though, I don't know. Jody Jackson said, I hear the black bean burger is good. It is really good. Samantha said, I tried apple cider vinegar, but now I'm traumatized and can barely even smell it. Did you try it without diluting it? Because that's intense. It's a lot. Ninth Element said, I'm starting Beyond Tree Burgers. Don't steal my idea. That's funny. Paul Honeyman said, I do feel better for my athletic greens. I haven't been taking them, I think, not even a whole month yet, so we'll see if I really feel like it makes a difference. Melissa Melton said, I think if people raise their family eating healthy and the kids continue, but eating healthy is much more expensive. Michigan Farmers Market on every corner, not in Arizona. Yeah, eating healthy is unfortunately way more expensive, and fresh vegetables and fresh food expire faster as well, and so it's just easier to buy junk food that lasts forever, that's way cheaper. Like, that's just America, unfortunately. Paul Honeyman said, I found that I prefer the taste of athletic greens with apple juice instead of water. I don't mind the taste. I actually like it. Melissa Maltzon said, I can't stand apple cider vinegar. Smells and tastes nasty. I use white vinegar. It is a bit much. Leslie Hughes said, AG1, etc. is New Zealand based and so popular worldwide. It is really popular. That's why I tried it, but I'm not sure how I feel about it. It's expensive. That's why I say that. It's really expensive. But I mean, so is Cachava, but I really do like Cachava. What does it taste like? I don't even know how to describe the taste. I don't mind it. It's not necessarily like tasty, but I don't mind it. Steve said, I would become a vegan for Samantha. Karen said, AB blood type people don't have the protein in their blood to digest meat. I don't know what type of blood I am. I don't remember if I got that checked. I think I have before, but I don't remember. Leslie Hughes said, I learned very early on that I can't worry about a grown man and his health choices because all it did was affect my overall health. That's true. Abigail said, have you tried mud water? I have not tried mud water. I'm not necessarily interested in it. Have you tried it? Because I haven't really heard good things about it. I heard that there was, I don't know if it was, I don't remember what it was, but everyone was saying that something else was better than mud water. Angela said, I would love to see before and after pictures of the peach. I'm doing a whole time lapse of the rebuild, and then I'll be doing a tour once it's done too. And then she'll be for sale. Charles said, don't judge me by the food I eat, regardless if it's a stalk of celery or a hunk of meat. Springville said 3,500. No, 35,000 at the very least. 35,000. Did I say 3,500? I meant 35,000. Springville said, I don't want to say it. I think you can get a new Ram Dodge van for 25 to 30,000. Maybe, but it's not going to be built out. That's the thing is with the Peach is there's a lot of work that went into it, and also it's kind of an iconic bus. And I mean, I've already had a few people reach out with interest, and it's not even, the rebuild's not even done, and I'm not going to take any of those offers seriously until it's done and they've seen it in person. Ooh. Melissa Melton said, I can't drink juices, too much sugar. Can I drink AG1 with a Diet Coke? Laugh out loud. I don't mind it with water at all. I know I've been on for an hour, so I'm looking through the comments to make sure that I don't miss anything. I think I got down to the bottom. Nice. Possum Run Homestead said, where's the best place to sell a mini schoolie? I'm calling it quits after 6.5 years on the road. Wow. Bus Life Story said, Springville, a new Ram sells for $35K stock and sells for $80K built out. Yeah, so as far as selling it, I think, so Bus Life Adventure is a good place to sell, and then also Van Life Trader. Those are the two I think Isaac usually posts his for sale on. Under One Sun said, why are you not in the big bus tonight, Jaylina? I decided to do the live chat in the Peach tonight because I am working. I worked on the Peach all day. I figured we'd spend a little more time together while I took a break. Sunplays said, hey, I love this live stream. Thank you. Ninth Element said, see you soon, children of the buses. Kiss my baby and hug Debbie. We definitely will. I think I'm going to call it and in this live chat here because I think Isaac still has some things that he wants to get done tonight before he puts everything up for the night. So I'm going to let him get back to that and take over with Ember. Close up shop on the Peach, and I'll be right back on here. So tomorrow's my last full day on her on my own. And live chat nugget, if you made it this far, my goals for tomorrow is to finish the floor, about 98% done. I still got to do some trim work and get the bed in here at the very least, if not more. So that's really exciting. So thank you guys so much for hanging out. I love and appreciate all of you guys. You have absolutely no idea, and I will see you later this week. I might have a bonus video coming out. I don't know. We'll see. Good night. We'll see you later.